Okay, I'm not even sure we begin with this. There's so much information, just random information that I have. I'm sure I'll come up with more after this, but I wanted to make this for a couple months, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do it, I guess. So anyway, Kurt Cobain died 21 years ago. So now they have the first like official um, release of a DVD or whatever of him or a movie. Here, that's what I'm talking about. It's the first fully authorized documentary about the late Nirvana frontman. So, and it's set to come out this year, 2015, which I found kind of weird because it's 21 years. You know, what's so special about 21? You think they'd do it on like the 20th or the 25th or, you know, a different number than 21. So I just started looking more into Kurt Cobain. So I guess I looked up this documentary, and what I found interesting was that it came out in the U.S. on, or it's coming out, it's not even out yet, April 24th. And April 24th is the 114th day of the year. So it's 11/4/44. And then it's not releasing on TV until May 4th, which is 5/4. And Valentine's, or Love, is 54. And I've been doing all kinds of videos on this Valentine's, Teen Wolf, Space Jam love theme that they keep doing. So interesting that the movie is going to come out on May 4th on TV in the US. And also, the 44 is significant with all of that. So um, I just kept looking, I guess. And I guess another thing that caught my attention was this article on Rolling Stone. It said um, Oscar nominated director Brett Morgan has been working on the film for 8 years with the cooperation of late Nirvana singer's family. So 8 years, that's kind of weird. They're going to release it after 8 years. And 88 and 8, both big numbers, along with the Valentine's theme. And then you read down here and it says, the movie ostensibly gets its name from a musical collage Cobain created with a 4-track cassette recorder around 1988. The peculiar offering, which exists in an 8 and 36-minute version. And then it tells about it. But okay, so it was an 8-minute version and a 36-minute version from 1988. And I wondered why 36. Well, 36 years ago was 1979. And 79 is the 22nd prime number. Talked about that multiple times with everything. It's like 22, 88, and then the whole love thing. They're all in there. It's all together. But so an 8 minute, and then this could represent the 1979 or 79 years ago as 1936. So anyway, then I looked up Kurt Cobain, and he was actually born on February 20th, 1967, and he died on 4/5 of 94, which is very interesting with the whole Valentine's theme because April 5th is 4/5, and I've talked about how 45 is Valentine's Day because 45 and 49 are both Valentine's because it's the Gregorian and the Julian. So 4/5 is the 45th day of the year is Valentine's Day. And then it was 94, so they used the mirrors. So 94 and 49 are mirrors. So we got 4/5 and 4/9. And he was born on February 20th, and I keep seeing this number a ton of times. Or actually, this date, not number. But let me show you a few of them here. First off, besides it's 220, so it would be the 22, but also February 20th adds up to 220. It's 220. February 20th is 220. And February 20th adds up to 220. And it's the only number that actually does that out of every date and out of the 365 days. Only day that does that adds up to the same that it is. And sorry to be a really long video, so bear with me. It's unorganized. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, let's just look at Rolling Stone then. This article was from Rolling Stone. And I know other people have posted the same article, but Rolling Stone, I just looked it up. Well, interesting. We looked up Rolling Stone here then. It was founded in Cisco, San Francisco. Been talking about that with the Valentine thing and all kinds of stuff with San Francisco and 49. In 1967, same year Kurt Cobain was born, 1967. Um, anyway, it says the magazine was known for its musical coverage and for political reporting by Hunter S. Thompson. So let's look up Hunter S. Thompson. Hunter S. Thompson, born on July 18th, 1937, which is a huge number, 37, and he died the same day as Kurt Cobain was born. So there's the February 20th, and he was born at 37. He also died at age 67, and he was famous for working for Rolling Stone that came out in 1967. Also says Rolling Stone came out November 9th, 1967, which November 9th, there's 52 days left until the end of the year. The 52 goes along with Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan is 52 this year. It's February 20th is also the same day that Hot Tub Time Machine 2 came out. And I'm not going to do a whole decode on this movie. There wasn't actually a whole lot of things in the background. Some of the things they say are pretty significant, but just wanted to point out that it actually came out on February 20th. And I'll show you kind of, I'm putting this in there. What the heck, I'll make more than one part of this. Anyway, let's just actually really look at Hot Tub Time Machine. The main character here, well, not really, there's four main characters, but Lou is the guy who, like, basically made them rich or whatever in this movie from the last movie. So I just want to look at all the characters, I guess. He's actually Rob Corddry, and he was born on the 35th day of the year, 71, and he's age 44. Talked about how 45 flux capacitor. Anyway, I was looking at his movies that he's in, and there was one that stuck out because it had heart in it, The Heartbreak Kid. And haven't had time to watch this movie, but anyway, it says it was the remake of a 1972 film of the same name, and it was written by Neil Simon. And Neil Simon will be 88 years old this year on July 4th. So that's pretty interesting. Also, it stars Ben Stiller. So definitely need to watch this movie here. Ben Stiller is 49 years old until November 30th of this year. It also has Ben Stiller's dad in it, Jerry Stiller, and he will be 88 years old this year as well on June 8th. And I don't know, for some reason I wouldn't put it past this guy to die this year after he turns 88, just because last year they did a Night at the Museum theme, where they had, Robin Williams died. I can't even remember it all. I have it written down from a long time ago. I can't even find it. It's something to do with Joan Rivers as well. But who knows? I mean, that's just a pure guess, and who knows? So then this guy's also in the movie, and he will be 44 this year. He's from Chicago, which talked about. But anyway, he's also like a bunch of movies from 2013 all about the end of the world. This is the End. I never watched Percy Jackson and the Sea Monsters. And Rapture Palooza, and he's the Antichrist in that movie. By the way, dumbest movie you'll ever watch. It was really dumb. But yeah, I don't know, kind of interesting. He's the Antichrist, and then he's in two movies in 2013 about the end of the world. The last guy that I just talked about is also in that movie too. So then it has this kid, and he was born on May 5th, 5/5, 1985. May 5th. Man, I can't even remember all of it. There's so much to go with May 5th. I believe it's adds up to 88. It's I just can't even remember it all. I'm not even going to try to remember it all. I know I've made videos on it though. This guy has the Scott name that I talked about with time travel, Back to the Future, whatever. He's also born in 19 73. And then Chevy Chase is back in this movie as like the gatekeeper of time kind of thing. And he's born on October 8th, 8/8. So pretty interesting. Also want to point out this Adam Scott in the movie. His wife is played by a lady named Colette Wolfe, and Wolfe goes for Kalia. She was also born on April 4th, 4/4, is 35. Weird. Also, like I said in this movie, at the very beginning, they talk about Nick Wiggins or Nick Weber, Nick Weber, the black guy or whatever, and he steals all these people's music because he knew the future. And out of like the 5 albums that they show a Nirvana album. Doesn't have to mean much. Just thought that was kind of interesting. So anyway, in this movie, this guy gets his wiener shot off or whatever, so they got to go back in time to save him. But this is his house and whatnot, and like they got a picture of him here with a tiger, which I thought was kind of interesting. It's not a lion though, but right after this, they open up this little trap door here, and it takes him into where the hot tub time machine is. And when he gets in the hot tub time machine, he says, "Where's my hair? It's what gives me my power." So I don't know. If it was a lion, it would make a ton more sense to go along with the tribe of Dan and Samson. But anyway, I'll just show you tribe of Dan and Samson. And it's basically just what I just said. He's one of the last judges of the ancient Israelites mentioned in the Hebrew Bible. He actually killed a lion with his bare hands. And then there was bees that had, bees made honey inside of the lion's carcass, whatever, and he fed it to his parents, but he got his power from his hair. That was the main point. So if his hair got cut, then he lost his power. So when he's in the hot tub time machine and he says, "Give me my hair. Where's my hair? That's where I get my power from." And then they show a tiger with him on it. I don't know. Doesn't mean that much actually, but just thought it was kind of significant, I guess. So basically, they find out that the future is actually the same as the past. So they go to the future, but the future is actually the past in their timeline or whatever. So I just found that kind of interesting. And the whole movie, this kid right here, he says it's like Fringe. And then they sing a song or whatever and make fun of him. "You're a nerd" or whatever. And but they mention that multiple times. It's like Fringe. That's what he says. And I've never watched the show, but basically it's all about parallel universes and like time travel and whatnot that I'm getting out of this. What I thought was interesting though is it has J.J. Abrams was one of the creators of it, and I've talked about him a few times, even with the new whatever it is, the new Star Wars movie. He's involved in that. But also, he will be 49 this year. It also has Joshua Jackson in it. It ended on 1/8/11/8/88. Joshua Jackson is in the movie The Skulls. He's the one who defeats the Skulls, basically. And, he saves, at the very end, he basically saves Paul Walker from killing himself or whatever. But, just found that kind of interesting. It also has Leonard Nimoy in it. He's like a guest appearance multiple times. But Leonard Nimoy, if I can find him here, he just died this year. And he died on 2/27. That's why I thought it was interesting, because that's actually Valentine's Day on the Julian calendar. Well, and many more things too. Pie and all kinds of stuff. But it's actually 2/27 is the 49th prime number. And I just found it kind of weird. There's a smart car here that actually hates him and wants to kill him. But it reminds me, it even acts just like Herbie. So it's blue, but, pretty funny, I guess. It actually has feelings and whatnot. This guy tells it it loves it and all that. So then right here, this guy does drugs and he calls his wife and then he mentions, have you ever felt that everything you do is just a lie or a fraud? Anyway, then at the very end of the movie, they bring back John Cusack, and he shoots Lou's head off, the guy who got his wiener shut off in the beginning. And then he says, "Follow me to Cincinnati." And earlier in the movie, they have a box called Cincinnati box. So they foreshadow Cincinnati, and you're like, why Cincinnati? It just doesn't make any sense. And first off, just wanted to point out John Cusack was born in '66, so he will be 49 this year. Also, I mean, he's famous for a lot of stuff. He got 8 Men Out in 1988. Actually did a video on that. 2012, I'm sure tons of people remember for 2012. So, let's move on here. So, I don't know exactly what Cincinnati is all about, but Cincinnati, Ohio actually adds up to 149. Flux capacitor is 149. Also, let's see here. Today, I guess, April 15th, even adds up to 149. I thought that was kind of strange. There's only 5 days that actually add up to that, and 12/12 is one of them. April 15th was a significant day from like Boston Marathon bombing. August 2nd is one of them. August 2nd is the 214th day of the year, which is Valentines. There's also 151 days left in Valentine's Day. If you add it up, adds up to 151. So pretty strange. But let's move on here. They talk about Fringe, like I said, and Fringe actually adds up to 59. And there's a part where they go back in time and they change 60 minutes to 59 minutes, and 59 and 55 go together. 55 is Satan. 55 and 59 go hand in hand. So basically, the last thing I want to talk about this movie is when they come. He shoots him in the head, and then the other Lou, a different Lou, comes back in time, like from the Revolutionary War, and he tells them, "What, you think you're the only you, and I'm the only me?" So basically, he's saying that, like, they talk about how everything's a lie, like time and everything is a lie in this movie, and then he comes back in time, and then he says that you're not actually the only you, and whatever. So there's multiple yous or whatever, and the one that got shot in the head is the bad one, and all this. And then they're like Fringe, haha, or whatever. But I don't even know where I was going with it. Oh, but so what they do is they basically just go back in time and start changing everything to make it better or whatever. I think they don't really show it, but he goes and stops like Martin Luther King from getting shot. But what I found interesting was the very last thing that they ended on. And it's right here. Lou goes back and becomes Michael Jordan. I just found that interesting because I've been talking about it forever. And then this movie that came out this year and about time travel and whatnot, they end it with Michael Jordan. I don't know. Pretty interesting. And it's very hard to do what I just did without actually showing you clips of the movie. I'm just kind of winging it because if you really watch the movie and listen to what they say, I just suggest go watching it and really listening to what they're saying. They're telling you things that they're doing and whatnot, but it's hard for me to explain it without playing the clip. But if I play the clip, then I can't put it on YouTube. So that's all I gotta say, I guess. Okay. Anyway, if you're still listening, just the next video, I'm actually gonna go more in depth with just Kurt Cobain instead of this. But like I said, all my stuff is so unorganized right now. I don't know how to put it together, but it all kind of goes together. So just wanted to put this movie in here. Now it's out of the way, I'm going to go back to mainly Kurt Cobain stuff. So see you next video.